Well,
Well, just us again.
Justice.
Just for
It's
us again.
Vile Justice is back again for a sequel.
Oh,
I didn't realise this was a series.
blimey. It is now. Anything can be a series if you push it hard enough.
Yeah. But don't push people too hard or you might find yourself on the right side of the law, which means it's the wrong side for you because you're on the wrong side. Just to be on the right side is wrong.
Oh.
It's Vile Justice.
Yes. Veal. Veal
yes.
non justice. Anyway, yeah. Hello. Welcome back to an Audible podcast it's impossible to listen to.
Yes.
Today,
Almost.
we're coming at you in the chill zone.
Oh, the chill zone.
Ah.
Take a deep breath and speak through the diaphragm. Well, with the diaphragm, not through it. There should not be a mouth in your diaphragm.
With and through both sound. Use your diaphragm to speak out of your mouth.
Yeah, to push the air out.
Push.
It's how the pros do it. So more than like if you take a huge breath in, normally like your rib cage, you puff your chest out. But instead of puffing your chest out, if you just pull your diaphragm down instead, that's like how the voice people do the voices.
The voice people.
Exactly.
Live from Glasgow.
Yeah.
It's the first place that came to my head.
Rather than the place that we actually are.
Yeah.
Right, live from Glasgow. We're coming live today with another inaudible. And goodbye to our listener in Scotland.
Oh, Clara, get back to the. That's all I can. I can't even do that.
I'm still blind.
I'm still blind. No, I can't do it.
The hybrid. We're destined to destroy Gallifrey.
Oh, well.
I always really hated how he said that line, and I still do.
The hybrid.
It's specifically the is me part.
You see, yeah, it does feel a bit cheesy and
It's
over dramatic. Melodramatic, was that?
yeah. The way I'm doing it, it's almost like you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Oh,
to try and
on the day of Gallifrey's destruction.
Again.
Again.
You come to me, you don't show me any respect, you don't even call me Lord President. Have you seen the Godfather's films?
I think I've seen one of them, but it was so long ago that I can't. I remember the tropey scenes that has been parodied, and I know I have watched one of them at some point in my life. But it was probably 20 or just under 20 years ago, back before I was even in my teens.
If you've seen the opening scene of Rugrats in Paris, you have seen a shot-for-shot remake of the first scene of Godfather.
Yeah.
Which blew my mind when I saw The Godfather. It's literally just even the camera angle, the movements they do.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I just kind of want to watch Rugrats in Paris
That
again.
is a great film. That's when, The Godfather, everyone says it's one of the best films, or the trilogy is one of the best ever. We all know this. Rugrats in Paris, that needs the love.
People don't say it enough.
I
don't remember enough about the first Rugrats one. I just know they lost Dill and had to find him.
I think I saw
that was
the first Rugrats. Just I think I saw it in a cinema once.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember anything about it. They're on a cruise ship, I think, aren't they?
Oh, I just always remembered the Reptar wagon.
Oh.
Which was like a Reptar, it's like a little car for them, but it was a Reptar-shaped car.
Oh, a rep car.
They would just like scream, "I am Reptar."
Hear me roar.
Oh, it might have been, yeah, "I am Reptar, hear me roar." That sounds more familiar, actually.
That's definitely a musical motif in the second one.
Okay, yeah, that's
Obviously, because
probably
they're in
right. Yeah.
Reptar land. I always think of Rugrats in Paris whenever I do any French on Duolingo. When the boss lady walks into Angelica eating her cookies or muffins or something, and Angelica just turns around to her and goes, "Bonjour."
And because Duolingo kind of has to slow things out for you, does it sometimes sound like that?
No,
Where
I
it is
just think of it. No,
because
Duolingo actually does a really annoying thing where, and I've been looking up like other apps, but none of them, because I was doing a bit of Ukrainian because I volunteered to help with visa processing.
ooh,
But none of the other like popular
branching out.
ones like Rosetta Stone and Babbel have Ukrainian on, because
Oh,
it does this annoying thing where it doesn't really teach you anything. So like the French was fine because I already had a GCSE grounding in French, so I knew most of what they were saying. And just like learning, I know how the verbs work, and all
yeah.
the genders and tenses and things. Whereas learning Ukrainian, like they just drop a verb on you, and you don't know how it conjugates with different, like like I, you, he, she, they.
Don't they normally have like a thing so you can click it and it pronounces it out loud for you?
Yeah, but it would be nice to be taught it, if you see what I mean,
Oh,
rather
okay.
than just like, what does this, like, how do you say eat? And it's like, this is the first time I've seen this word. How am I supposed to tell you? Or like, if it
Yeah.
was,
Okay. Yeah, I get
I
you.
mean, to use an example, like if it was,
But then that's where you type anything, and then it will give you the correct answer, and then
yeah, but
through your mistake, you learn.
that's a really dumb way to learn things.
No, no, I do agree. I agree with that.
For me at least, I know everyone's different.
Well, no, I agree that the particular way of giving you something that you no matter have to get wrong the first time in order to learn is a
Yeah,
bit stupid. They should give you some kind of hint or a point if it is the first time you've ever seen it.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, because things like I was always like I remember at school, everyone was always the worst. Like the grammar was always the worst part of languages, but like that was the bit I was best at.
Oh,
So, and I've kind of discovered this I think through trying to learn through Duolingo now. It's kind of like because I'm so backwards, it's not like it's not really
you're
working.
just there's just no way to. There's no hope for you. I'm afraid.
No.
No one makes apps for the backwards language.
Maybe if I
This.
hold my phone the other way around.
Oh yeah, upside down or somewhere,
Yeah.
or with the camera to your ear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because things like verbs will have different endings depending on whether it's like I did something, he did something,
Yeah,
you did something, etc.
yeah. So
Like
example of Japanese is like masen deshita, and yeah.
so in Russian, which I learned at school, you would say if it was I did something, it would end in you. If it was you did something, it's confusing. It would end in esh. If it was
Okay.
they did something, it'd be etche. I think I remembered that right.
Okay.
So like if that came up, if a verb came up that I didn't know, I'd be able to understand which one it was based on the ending. That's the kind of thing I mean. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
whereas when you just get given it straight away, you don't know what I haven't been taught the endings, and they're just going straight into verbs conjugating with different pronouns. So I'm like, owl man, how can you do this?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that.
Oh.
Sorry, tangent.
Duolingo chat. Well, we haven't got all else to chat about, really, have
That's
we?
true. That's true.
I did do my TV list, but I guess I'll have to hold that off.
Do you know what? I think I need to start catching up. I think because I did a load in advance. I think we've caught up to them now.
Oh
I
dear,
think
oh
the next
dear.
one we would have. Because what is the next one? Next one is 2008.
Eight.
Yeah, that's the last one I've done. 2008. So I need to do more.
Oh, oh shit. Cool. So,
Yeah. Well, look forward to that.
oh, when
Um,
Alex returns,
yeah. I've got
he's
some
off.
news.
He's off because of his
Oh
tough
yes.
or something, wasn't it? Or he had a
Yeah.
tough out, and they knocked him out. And,
Yeah. He punched him in the face and his tooth came out.
Yeah. Took a saucepan to the back of the head. That knocked him out the first time, and then they punched him to actually get the tooth out.
Yes. You can't rely on the tooth punch to knock them out as well. Unfortunately, it's the way it has to be. So news.
News.
News. As you will know, I'm a big fan of web series Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Yes, I have heard of this thing.
They made a pilot that they showed at Sundance a few years ago, and then we heard nothing. And all we had is like clips from the pilot that people had secretly recorded. And I was like, when is this happening? At least release the pilot on YouTube. Ozzy, they're getting a TV show on Channel 4 this year.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when. yeah. I don't know when, but I'm very, very excited by that.
Okay. No, fair play.
Because the entire works of like their kind of original web series is only half an hour long, all 6 episodes. So if it's a real series, it's going to be 20-25 minutes if it's on Channel 4, I guess. So that's per episode.
Unless it's like 15 minutes is like the minimum you could probably get away with for a TV show.
So even if there's only 2 episodes, that's still like doubling what we've got already.
Yeah,
so I'm looking forward to that.
Fair. Oh, no.
Shout out to Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Also, there was a... you know how there's this kind of space race thing?
In my ass.
An explosion in your ass? Blimey.
I don't know, it's just the first... I was trying to think of like words that wouldn't like get the YouTube bots onto us. So I said there's an explosion, and then I had to think of something that wasn't like...
Oh, I see. There's been an explosion outside the British Embassy.
Okay, yeah, there we go. YouTube bots are on us anyway. I'll leave it to you, it's your podcast. I'm just a sidekick in this situation.
Where's this sudden
if Batman commits a crime, then Robin doesn't go down. I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said then. Did you say that again?
If Batman commits a crime, then Robin doesn't go down with him. On him, maybe, but not with him.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe Robin's the one that dobs him in so he can like...
Ooh.
Take over.
Robin did it the whole time. That's where he got his name from. He's been robbing everyone.
It was in front of us the whole time.
Ah.
He's like, he's secretly behind every villain. He's like the Moriarty. Now that would be a cool plot.
A plot.
Yeah.
Well, the second Robin did get killed, but then brought back as a villain.
Oh. Is that the one with the cool outfit and the swords? I remember we spoke about the different Robins once, and I saved a picture of one in a folder.
What would like red mask, leather jacket and stuff.
No, I don't have that one in my folder.
No. Red Hood is the character.
Ah, Red Hood.
What's the Robin? Damian Wayne?
Oh yeah, I've literally saved it as Damian Wayne Robin.
Yeah.
Nice. I saw a real Robin today. I like Robins.
Oh, tweet.
Yeah.
Tori desu.
Ah, yes.
I don't know how to distinguish individual birds, but Tori desu.
Right. Yeah, so I was just looking at pictures of Red Hood. He does not getting saved, I'm afraid.
No.
So yeah, there's kind of this weird sort of billionaire space race going on at the moment with Elon Musk. Who's actually, Elon Musk has actually got a viable product. As much as he's a prick, this kind of the step forwards for space flight is so cool. It's really cool. And then there's Jeff Bezos, who basically just fires a dick up into the air to the exact legal minimum of space and then comes down again. Which, you know, I can get behind the fact that his first ever flight of his new rocket, him and his brother were on it. So it was clearly just like, I want to go to space. I've got enough money to go to space. I'm going to space.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I've got no problem with that. He took a lot of flack for that, but I
props
think
to the guy. Yeah,
yeah,
props to the guy.
I'd do that if I had the money, to be honest.
That would, yeah. Yeah.
Very few people have been in space, even if it was only the legal definition of space. Not that there's a law about it.
Can you like? I was gonna say, can you not legally go to space unless you've got like?
No, I mean it's like
clarity or
you gotta go through customs.
yeah.
No, it's I mean 100 kilometers up is where space officially. That's the word I'm looking for. Officially starts.
Okay.
I forgot the word official and put legal there instead.
Okay.
But there's this other company called. Excuse me. They're not called that. That was me clearing my throat. They're called Rocket Lab.
Instead, they're called.
Yeah, they haven't launched anyone yet. I can't burp. Yeah, so Rocket Lab.
Okay.
Rocket Lab. Yeah.
Rocket Land. We're going to Rocket Land, mummy.
Let's blast off to Rocket Land.
Sounds like a cheesy kids show made with like stop motion or something.
Yeah. So they instead of landing their boosters, they're just putting a big parachute on the top of it, and then a helicopter comes and catches it. So there's a video of this on the web that you can watch, and that's just pretty cool by itself. But I'm rooting for these.
How safer it is for big giant chunks of metal falling out of the sky.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm rooting for these guys now because at the end of the video, their logo flashes up, and bear in mind they're a New Zealand-based company, and you know Lord of the Rings exists.
Yeah.
And their motto, which is on their logo, is "There and back again, a rocket's tail."
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. No, fair.
So yeah, there we are. Rocket news.
Knock it, Ruse.
Knock it off, Ruse.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, pretty cool. I will just shout out as well. Over the last couple of weeks, we've spoken about the Amy's Baking Company episode of Kitchen Nightmares, which popped up in my suggested videos. Yeah, popped up in my suggested videos the other day, so I watched that, and it's amazing.
I blanked it out like a Vietnam flashback. No, I just didn't pay enough attention to remember.
Anyway, they're all on YouTube, all the Kitchen Nightmares episodes. I would recommend Amy's Baking Company. Like it's not just like she's delusional about her food isn't good or whatever. Like it's like she's actually a basket case.
She's baking out of a shed in her garden.
Yeah.
With the tools from the shed.
And her husband's not much better. It's astonishing. It has to be seen to be believed. So I'll give that a shout out. And also, Alex mentioned about there's loads of videos about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, and that's been popping up in my suggested videos as well. So I've been watching some of those funny videos, and they are funny. It's always just like the Amber Heard's lawyers are just ridiculous. Like everything any witness says, they'd always just say objection, hearsay. And at one point, he stands up and says objection, hearsay, and the witness says, "But you asked me." And the lawyer goes, okay, Alex, and carries on.
Yeah, Alex. Alex tried to show me a couple of videos, but because I didn't really know enough about really what was going on anyway, that I didn't really get what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawman.
A lawman, yeah.
Lawman.
You're a layman, not a lawman.
In layman's terms, I'm not a lawman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another recommendation from me.
Oh.
A recommendation from me.
Recommendation.
And that's all my news, and now you've heard our views. Subscribe to Inaudible, please.
I need to think of a first verse. It would have been do don't forget your shoes or something like that to match with news or something.
Oh, okay.
It threw me off because of the mar.
Oh, I was doing it. I can't remember what I said now. I think it was AABB.
Okay, yeah, that's. I was so long thinking of the first verse I was trying to think of. I'd forgotten the exact beat of the second verse. That's why I gave up.
Put on your news shoes, because we're walking out through the world, finding out what's going on.
Put on the news and get your shoes when you go down to Blues Clues.
Oh shit! Yeah, no. There's that's the one other thing. It's we've got a referendum in Bristol today, Thursday the 5th of May.
You've mentioned it. Have
Yeah.
you mentioned within or without?
No, it was without. We spoke about it in Minecraft yesterday.
Meeks. That's where. Yeah.
But it's like no one really knows about it or cares about it. Because I know when we had a referendum to decide whether we wanted a mayor, the turnout was 24%. So now we're having a referendum to get rid of it that no one knows about. I imagine it's probably going to be even lower. But I went to the polling station a couple of hours ago, and when I went in there, like the three of them were just sat there reading books. And I just went, "It's busy then, is it?"
Yeah.
Just went, "Yeah, really busy."
Yeah, that's. We only got like the 1 day to poll. To poll.
Yeah. To poll.
Interpol.
Yeah. Interpol.
1 day Interpol.
Oh.
2 days to see the news. I don't know.
1 day that would change history.
Oh. The day my prolapse.
One man with the power to loosen his anus to such an extent that a bit of the inner lining fell out.
Like, do you think that would be another like really specific superpower? Is the power to like heal prolapses or something?
A prehensile prolapse.
Oh dear.
That's what I thought you were going with that. But anyway, never mind.
I'll be completely honest with you, Christian. I didn't understand the first word before prolapse.
Oh, prehensile. Like you can grab shit and do stuff with it, like like an elephant's trunk.
Okay. No, yeah. You've either that's the superpower is that you've got one of those permanently, and all your like power source comes from it, or you have the ability to just push people's prolapses back in.
Yeah. you come into the ward with like, you know, your sunglasses and your leather jacket, and you know, all the
Your
ladies are swooning.
And your single cow examination rubber glove. Elbow length rubber glove.
I didn't think it was a hands-on. I thought it was literally just like you.
Just they're like all touch of Jesus.
They're all lined up, and you just sort of go. You know, you do like the finger guns at them. And
okay. It's like the Fonz with a jukebox. You don't even have to touch it. Okay.
Was the Fonz? Did he have magical jukebox powers? I've never seen Happy Days.
I can't, now that I've said it, I can't remember if he ever actually did it psychically, but it would sound like the sort of thing that Happy Days would do. But I know a couple of times he would literally just thump it and it would play the exact thing he wanted.
Okay. I wonder if that trope comes from there, because I've seen that in a few things.
It probably does. Because I think that move may be known as the Fonz, but I could be wrong.
Because the records like come down onto it, don't they? They're like stacked up at the side. So I guess it would stack another record on top of the one that was already there. That must be really bad for the mechanism. I've gone off the Fonz.
Yeah. he doesn't know proper record etiquette.
Yeah, you could say that move really kind of jumped the shark for me after I realised it would break the mechanism. You could say that.
You could say that, not the literal.
Yeah.
Shark. And then it was parodied in 2 Pints of Lager. That's how they killed off Johnny. That's how they killed off Johnny, is just off screen. He won a competition to jump over a shark, like in his favourite TV show, Happy Days.
Amazing.
But he fell in and the shark gobbled him up.
Sorry, which one was Johnny? Was it?
John, the lanky one.
Yeah, I've forgotten the actor's name.
Ralph Little.
Ralph Little. That's the one.
Yeah.
I was going to say Ralph Little or Will Meller, but I've forgotten Ralph Little's name, and that was the one I was going with first. So.
Yeah. The one who's now a Sunny Days detective.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. But if their podcast is canon, then Johnny just faked his death.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact reasoning, but they came up with a comedy reason.
Yeah. Man, that was a good show.
Yeah. We need to do a sitcom day one day after we've done the Red Dwarf Day.
Yeah.
That's the next day. That's the next scheduled.
Ralph Little would be a good The Doctor Who. Basically, anyone who's played the lead character in Death in Paradise would be a good The Doctor. Because
who was I know Hannon.
Was
Ralph Little.
Did he do Death in Paradise? I didn't know that.
It.
Ah, there we are. Yeah, what was his face? Ben Miller, I think, was the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
And then
actually, yeah.
And then Chris Marshall.
Marshall.
Nick. Was it Nick from My Family?
My Family? Yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. He was like
always the favorite.
A top biller back in the Tennant days, wasn't
he? Yeah. The reason I say that specifically about that show is because I don't watch it regularly, but I see it every now and then. And the main character, they're all different characters, they're different people, but they're always a bit sort of...
That I didn't know. I didn't know if it was a James Bond thing or a Doctor Who thing, or it was literally just the same character but with a different actor and they just didn't explain it.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery every couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of a bit eccentric, almost sort of scatterbrained, sort of...
Matt Smithy.
Overly enthusiastic
character.
At times.
Yeah.
But yeah. Not great with people. Very sort of Doctor-esque.
It's quite a popular personality type nowadays, isn't it? The quirky, eccentric, but has quiet, brooding inner turmoil.
And then meanwhile, the real nerds are sitting there being... It's kind of do you know what? It's exactly like when a black person saw the Black and White Minstrel Show. I suppose our version of that would be The Big Bang Theory for nerds.
Oh yeah.
That's a joke, by the way. I know it's not exactly. I've really. I say these things with the assumption that everyone knows I'm 100% joking, but you never know. Someone might just randomly listen to it and not notice the sense of humour.
But that would mean we'd have to have lists.
That's true. Oh, speaking of listeners, we've got a correction from the last one where we were talking about what's it called? Curse of the Black Pearl. Legend of Sea Devils.
I did quickly peruse. Are they from the OG commentee?
Yee. So yeah, at the end of Eve of the Daleks, the Doctor says she wants to find out what happened to the lost treasure of the Fleur de la Mar.
Yeah.
So that could explain why they're in those clothes for that era, because that's when the Fleur de la Mar sank. So I will say though, at the start,
I don't remember her ever dressing up for other historians before now.
My kind of this isn't like a bollock back, because I'll take that. Bollocking accepted.
I mean, the bollocks at Chibnall anyway. So.
Yeah, Chinball. Because at the start of Legend of the Sea Devils, they did make it seem like they were totally there by accident.
I thought they were.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway. So we've got to correct it. We slag it off enough. I'll take the corrections when they come in.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's the only correction we've ever had, but that I can think of.
And just like a tabloid newspaper, we put it on page 47 in a tiny little box.
Just under the obituaries.
Yeah.
Or something.
Beetrooteries.
A bit beetrooteries.
Beetroot to yourself.
My bittery is protruding from me.
Oh, is it prehensile?
Oh, it is now.
Well, you can say that this podcast is educational.
Yeah, you learned a new word
You know,
today.
prehensile. You've learned Russian verb endings.
Yeah.
I've learned a couple of Japanese ones.
You have no. Well, no, you haven't. You heard them. You don't know what they are. I can't even remember. Yeah, I can't. Like,
Masenden.
I know. Like,
Dun.
yeah, like. Oh, I'm gonna get them confused now. I know Masen is definitely to do
Run,
it
run,
now,
run.
sort of thing. But then there's like, oh no, mass. See, I've already fucked it up. Mass on its own is to do.
Ah.
I think Masen is to not do. And then Masen Deshta is to not have done, so it's more past tense. Tabimasen. Tabimashta?
No, I never touched her, mate. I never touched her.
I was the tabe part is to eat, by the way. Sorry, because that's what I had on the brain because you mentioned like eating, where the word of eating, or they'll give you the word to eat or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so tabe mas means I am eating. Tabimasen means I'm not eating. Tabimasen deshta means I have not eaten. And then what was the one I just said? Tabimashta means I have eaten. So past and future tense. Or
Nice.
past and, but yeah,
Perfect.
different tenses. It's but that was like some of the first stuff I learned. And you can tell that because it's been so long since I've reviewed it that I've forgotten half of it.
The Homer Simpson way.
Yeah. But I've still got the videos I learned it on. I'll probably have to go back and re-review some of that stuff. I can say it's my fault off the top of my head. Watashi no sei desu. Kuso, which is shit. Watashi no namae wa Oji desu. My name is Ozzy.
Yeah. There's no hello there, was there?
No hello. No, that would be konnichiwa. Although, now that I've watched Into the Spider, did I mention this to you or to Ray?
I don't know.
I can't remember. But now that I've watched Into the Spider-Verse, I was pleasantly surprised that there was an anime Spider Girl. And you don't notice it in the reaction because I was so thrown off by the fact of just there being an anime Spider Girl. But in editing, I finally realized what she said because she said a few words in Japanese as soon as she entered. And it was konnichiwa, hajime mashite, yoroshiku.
Oh.
Which is hello, nice to meet you. And then yoroshiku is kind of like a let's do good together, let's work well together, let's be good in this team together type phrase. Japanese teens will tend to use it if they're about to like team up in a game together or something.
Yeah. It's the equivalent of the English. Come on, let's fucking do it. Come on.
Yeah, come on, fucking do it. Come on, yeah, okay. That translation almost got knocked out of my brain because of the Japanese, but I did manage to remind myself of that bit of English. The classic. Come on, fucking do it. Come on. Yeah. Which I guess translated into Japanese would literally just be ikuzo.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's a good point. Oh shit! Speaking of ikuzo, and that led me to Ige, which leads me to Takeshi's Castle.
Ige. Yeah.
I recently found a YouTuber called Max Fosh, who makes very good videos. He ran for mayor of London basically just to piss off this like populist idiot who was also running. He's done load of silly videos, like you know, he had a photo frame with a stock photo in it, and he tried to find out who the person in the stock photo was and stuff like that. But anyway, he did one
okay.
where he found the winner of Takeshi's Castle and interviewed him.
Oh. That actually sounds fun. Did Takeshi's Castle come to mind? Because another reactor that we both subscribed to reacted to a Takeshi's Castle episode today.
Did they? Oh, who be it was?
The one who uploads his in full.
Okay.
And you occasionally have to disappear to VO and
fall down a manhole.
I don't know if I want to
I know,
dox him, but I mean,
I'm sure if you search Takeshi's Castle American reacts to or something like that, you'll probably find it.
Yeah, I mean,
Gosh,
I was gonna say
he's American.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to dox him, but then surely the fact that he uploads the videos himself is more him doxing himself.
I guess. Doxing is more giving out someone's personal details.
Oh, okay. I don't. Okay, we know English good, not me. Japanese, why I try to learn.
That reminds me of that video of was it a Japanese pool player who won some tournament and hardly spoke any English. So when they did the interview afterwards, he was just like, "Me no English, okay," or something like that.
But I mean, we laugh at that, but that's just gonna be me in 10 years when I do finally go to Japan and I attempt to speak. It's just gonna either be like half of it's gonna be formal, half of it's gonna be informal. It's all gonna be meshed together. I'm gonna be confusing like. Because, yeah, yomu is to read, yoru is nighttime. So I'll be saying stuff like, good read this is. When I meant to say, what a good night it is. Well, yeah. So I'm probably going to be in that boat eventually where I'm getting imperfect Japanese.
Sorry, just shout out to Max Fosh again, because I
Okay.
I just searched him to try and find, because I knew there was a video I watched recently, but I couldn't remember what it was. He found someone who was like descended from royalty, so i.e. like part of a royal family, and then
Like really far off.
Yeah, and then married him so that he was technically royalty, so that he could give the royal seal of approval to his favourite takeaway van.
Oh, actually, I opened his page. Is that the first one with him and the Queen?
Yes.
Or...
Yes,
okay.
That is a Photoshop.
But yeah, no, obviously. Yeah. But that I was just so you knew what video I was indicating.
Yes, but he's very good. I'm sure loads of people know about him. He's got
have a gander.
8,500 subscribers, so he's not exactly. He's that's
unknown.
He's not exactly he's not huge, but he's not unknown.
He's not unknown, but he's not mainstream.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. But I've really enjoyed his videos. Like he just loads of stupid stuff. Like he bought a roundabout and what else we got here? Snuck into a security convention. Good shit. Check him out. Anyway, I think I found this Japanese guy.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just watch this a sec.
I mean, on this, the whole going, we're going backing and forthing a little bit here. We started on this Max, then we went to Japanese dodgy translation. Then we went back to Max, and now I'm going to bring us back to dodgy translation.
Okay.
But with a fun fact that there's a Sentai, and there's a Canadian dude in it, but he's lived in Japan for like 20, 30 years, so he's completely fluent in Japanese. But the roles he tends to take on are as people who speak broken Japanese. So he has to like purposely break his own Japanese in shows. And that's quite a fun little... I find that quite funny. The little, Can't remember the guy's name. I could look it up. I can't be bothered. Right.
Justin Trudeau, I believe is his name.
It's only a quick video.
Just clicked my knuckles by accident. I've never been able to do that one. I can do my elbows, Not my knuckles, I just did it by accident, just when I put my hands together.
Okay.
We're watching Naoyuki Oi's interviews at the World Pool Masters. If you search Japanese pool player interview, you'll find it.
No, fair play. Oh. Sorry, I love Japanese people's energy. This is why I'm a weeb. That just gave me a huge smile watching that. That was not in the hilarious sort of sense, but just in that. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I expected from a Japanese guy who couldn't speak English, but it was 5 times better. Yeah, no.
Who needs to speak when you can laugh?
Yeah.
As I said to the hyenas. Hyenae?
Unfortunately, there's no one laughing here.
No, unfortunately not.
No. Because I bring you grave news that this is the final podcast.
Grave news.
Not the final episode of our podcast, but it's just the final podcast.
Welcome back to Grave News, our top story. Book-shaped headstones are back in fashion.
Oh. Cross-shaped ones are out. Broken
Someone's
ones,
knocked them over.
ironically, gone up.
Oh.
They have a gothic aesthetic, apparently.
Yeah. I'd love to have, like, a fucking scary mausoleum.
Oh,
Once I'm dead, obviously.
In your garden.
You know what I mean, though, with, like, the fucking iron gate over the front and, like, fucking a dragon on the top of it or something. And, like, death with a scythe.
Like, an iron gate, then you go through and there's, like, 2 giant iron doors or something.
Yeah.
Like, unlock that, you go down a staircase into, like, an underground mausoleum mausoleum, I can't say it, but I just, like, words up purposely sometimes.
Mousy Liam. He's
Mousy.
Liam. He's very mousy.
Oh, the mousy Liam. Oh, actually, where did I put it? I did mention it in the Minecraft, but yeah, I think I've pinned down all of my multiverse variants. So I think there's like 11, including the Prime me.
Ozzy Prime.
So we've got Ozzy Prime, and then from the Friends Like Us universe, we've got both Sean and Jake Cyber.
Oh.
Because Sean Cyber then goes from the Friends Like Us universe to the Pokemon Warpers universe, where there also exists a version of me. Then we have the Doctor Who universe, in which I'm the Doctor, but somewhere down the line there's an alternative rewritten universe version of that where I'm also the companion. Tanner
Not at the
Knight.
same time, though.
No, that's the... Then in the Matt universe, I'm Zaeth. If should ever happen that Ray finishes writing the Matt movie finalization sequel type thing, we'll be introducing an alternative universe with an evil Zaeth.
Oh.
Then there's the World of Insanity Ozzy. Actually, that half of these Aussies must also have a Christian counterpart.
Yeah, it's like a yin and yang.
Yeah.
One cannot exist without the other.
Yeah, no matter what, in the multiverse, there's always one of us with, yeah. Then dimensional entities, there's Max. There's also a Max, but this Max is the D&D one we did with Ront, the Ront saga.
Ah.
Then there's the Digi D&D with Adam. And then there's the Harry Potter D&D with Mitch. And I don't know if I've forgotten any at this point, but that's my multiverse so far.
Damn. Yeah, I think mine is pretty much the same as yours, but take out any of the ones that I wasn't in.
That's it, yeah. So there's a Prime you.
Christian Prime. I wonder which one he is. I don't think he's me.
There's only the one version of you in the Friends Like Us universe, whereas there's the two versions of me, the Sean.
No, there are two versions of me in that universe. We just haven't met the other one.
Oh, okay.
There's
okay.
always.
Okay, so like, because I think the logic I used for that was that Sean Cyber and Jake Cyber are identical cousins.
Ah.
Much in the vein of Martha Jones. Or
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Identical cousins, yeah.
identical cousins. That's it. That can happen, can't it?
Yeah, definitely, especially in London sort of area.
So I guess
South of
your
England.
friends like I can't remember what your friends like us. Stephen won it. Steve.
Yeah,
Steve Stone.
maybe.
Stephen Stone.
Stephen Sutcliffe. No, he was he was the F&A director at my old job. Just doxed him. Hi, Steve.
Yeah. So Steve and his identical cousin in the Friends Like Us universe. There's the town leader version of you from Warpers. In the Doctor Who universe, we were gonna have a
I know. Sorry to interrupt.
audiobook version with your Doctor, weren't we? Interrupt. Go for it.
This has been reminding me of something, and I've just been sat here desperately trying to think what it reminded me of. It's the Carry On films. We're in. There's always the same characters in everything.
It's okay,
just a different setting.
Or the Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like because you'd have, in one Carry On film, Kenneth Williams would be like the stern one. In the other one, he'll be the sort of the it'll be a little bit cheeky. He won't always have the same job or something.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. There we go.
I think the only one I can think of that you probably wouldn't have a counterpart in would be Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out there somewhere.
You are out. The idea was that you were. Oh no, you do.
I do. Oh, I do.
Because
we married.
We did a pilot episode for the Zayif spin-off.
We did. That's right. I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that version of you.
I don't know who I was though. Who was I?
No, I don't either.
It was such a good pilot.
Yeah.
I think we can retcon that if we ever need to.
Yeah. I think I think the idea was gonna be like something like that, or like I don't know. But the only thing that ever came from that pilot was I can't even fucking remember it now. I can remember the arm movement. Movement above the heads and then down.
What, improv?
Was that it? Was that?
No, it wasn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was from there was something in the Zayif bloopers that we still occasionally reference. I could be wrong.
Was this the one when we were at Blades, those bloopers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was improv. I'm sure that was improv.
Yeah, that's Zayif then, yeah.
I was thinking, didn't we film something in your room, didn't we? Like where your room was done up like a cockpit of a spaceship.
That's the same thing.
That was the same one? Oh, fuck. Okay,
that was the same one, different. Yeah. I started off in the spaceship, then we both got pulled into like the void, which was a forest.
Yeah.
And then we both escaped.
It works for Narnia, it works for us.
Yeah. If in doubt, Blaze Castle.
Yeah.
That's our go-to filming location. Okay. So, it looks like every version would have a you counterpart.
Okay, see, I didn't realise that was Matt. In the same universe, I mean.
Yeah,
I probably
because
I didn't really know much about
Matt. From Matt, and then I tried to make the spin-off, but we didn't. Because the spin-off was going to be like a prequel, and then the idea was that we could have got you in if we'd have ever continued Matt on, because it would have been set after our spin-off where you'd already gotten back to Earth, and now I've finally gotten to Earth myself.
It's all coming back to me now. I was abducted in an alleyway by a man with a beak for a face.
Yes.
Because that's who I played on the spaceship scene, wasn't it? Did I?
Yeah, I think we both did at points.
Yeah.
But yes. No.
I
Yes,
knew more
yes,
about this than I
yes.
realised.
It's all flashing back.
I can't really remember the plot, but I remember that things happened.
Yeah. And then, depending on if we ever do this 15th anniversary for Friends Like Us, will that be a reboot or a continuation?
It got to be a continuation.
Okay.
Got to be. So that we can acknowledge the fact that
Yeah.
I think
The
that's
first one existed. Yeah.
ripe for comedy, personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hang on, there were two of you in the Fluniverse.
Yes.
So
Identical.
did you just
cousins.
change the character's name or something at some point?
No, not well. I
mean,
just
behind the
kept
scenes.
behind the scenes. I just liked the last name Cyber because it sounded cool and funky. To 15-year-old Ozzy, Cyber was a cool sounding last name. So Jake Cyber was the originator from Flu,
Yeah.
and then when I made Pokemon Warpers, I just stole the Cyber last name and gave it
Oh,
to
okay.
Sean.
So there was only one of them in Flu.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I couldn't remember whether, like, in one episode you had one name and then another episode the name had changed or something like that. And that's why it was meant to be a different character.
But then I think I can't. Oh, it's been so long since I've even looked at Pokemon Warpers, but I swear at some point I had a Sean making a reference to a cousin of his.
Okay. Because the reason I asked is because this is important. If
Oh.
there were two of you in the Flu universe, I was going to say we need to make a mental note to change my character's name so I'm a different person as well, just to make sure that there's two of everything.
Oh, actually. No, wait. Yeah. No, wait. There already is. Because Sean Cyber already had the counterpart of Matt because it was both of them that got trapped in the Pokemon world. So Matt must be the identical cousin to Steven.
Okay.
Whereas Sean is the identical cousin to Jake.
There's something really strange going on in this part of the world where loads of cousins look identical.
Yeah. And they're somehow both variations of the same person from a different universe. It's like in that particular universe, something happened which caused two versions of the same genetic imprint or something. Multiversal madness. Well, but depending on how far the Legends Ridge Score audio series goes, we'll eventually try and dig into multiverse shit.
Yeah.
The first arc is kind of the introductory arc.
Yeah, it's the Iron Man of the cinematic universe. It's just a little standalone thing.
Well, no, because it does set up a lot of what would be to come. Like the fact that Alex's character gets trapped in the Pokemon world, a la Pokemon Warpers, and it's up to the Pokemon world versions of us to help him get home. That's kind of the final goal of the series. But why not have a Pokemon adventure along the way and throw in a couple of minor arcs.
Goal, greatest of all lime.
Yeah, I won't. I've got ideas. I don't want to give away too much. Obviously, I don't mind giving little tasters that won't give away too much because it's a lot of inspiration has come from Legends Arceus, which, by the way, stole my idea for isekaiing someone from a different time or place and putting them in the Pokemon world. But yeah. Well, bye then.
Well,
any other boisks?
I'm
guessing we've exhausted the multiverse.
Kind of a multiverse.
Let K9 take care of it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Kind of multiverse-esque-ish in some ways. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, which
I have seen you uploading.
It's just been absolutely incredible. It's been really, really good.
Is it much different from the original, or?
Well, they ported the original game to a new engine and then added like 100%, well, more than 100% extra on top of it as well.
Okay, okay.
So the original game is
So
still
it's
in there.
New Game Plus, kind of.
It's like, well, it is like another game on top of it.
Okay. It's like they've released a new game, but they threw the old game in with the new game as
yeah,
part
pretty
of the
much.
game.
Yeah, and it's in the same setting. But yeah, it's
It would be as if they release Hacker's Memory, but you had to play through Cyber Sleuth again to get to Hacker's Memory or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so fucking good. So funny. So funny. There was one point I spontaneously applauded. I just went ah! Without even realizing. I mean, there's got to be a good game to get an applause out of you when you're playing it.
Oh, nice, yes.
And there's still because I pretty much just finished everything I can do now. But I had a look yesterday just to see if there was any, because they hide so many like secrets and Easter eggs in it. You have to keep like kind of checking back to see if anyone's discovered anything else.
Not playing the game for like 20 years or something.
10 years is one though, but that's an achievement.
Yeah.
That's not an Easter egg.
Okay.
But yes, like,
in area.
but having already so apparently completed everything, I've now discovered 3 more things I need to go back and do that people have found on the internet. So it's so good. It's so meta, so funny, self-aware, hilarious, brilliant. 10 out of 10. I mean, it's my game of the year this year. I'm saying that.
I was literally about to say, contender for game of the year. Find out when the fuck we do it. What game have I played?
We need to do our
game I've ever played.
Yeah.
This year, I mean, and not ever played.
Yeah. We need to do our other of the years at some point. I don't think we haven't done 2021 game of the year.
Maybe if by the time of 2022 ending, we try to prepare our 2021s and then we can bash them out together.
Yeah.
Or around the same time. In not necessarily together, but the 2021s could be a prequel to the 2022 ending sort of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
As long as we do it by then. Possible.
Okay. But again, we need at least 3.
Yes. Need quorum.
So we've got to wait for the semi-reliable one.
What else has been going on? Not Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul is back for its last series. I've only seen 1 episode of that so far, and that was a good episode. So hopefully the rest of it is very good too. Inside Number 9 is back on, which is also very good.
I don't think I've ever watched that.
Oh, that's amazing! Inside Number 9, very very highly recommended. A really good one to start with is there's one called 12 Days of Christine. That's like one of the most famous ones.
Okay. What's it about?
It's an anthology series, so each episode's a different thing.
Okay.
But they're all like, so some of them are a bit spooky, some of them are just straight comedies, some of them are more like, dramedies. There's some of them are more like horrors, but they're like, there's always like, twists and turns in the plot and stuff.
Oh, all right.
They're really good. It's Reece Shearsmith and Thingy Pemberton. Is it Sean Pemberton?
Oh, yeah, the League of Gentlemen.
Yes.
2 of them, anyway.
Yeah. And then I'm sure there was one other thing I was going to shout out, but I forgot what it was. Taskmaster. That wasn't what I was going to shout out, but that's still going.
What was that? The 3rd episode?
It's the 4th one today.
Okay. Maybe after next week's one, I might catch up with the first 5, and then I've only got 5 to split the series in half, 2 half chunks.
Oh, lovely.
Reasonable. I might part of me might just end up waiting until the end of the series and then binging the whole thing.
Binge it all, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when one of the Game of I think it was series 4 maybe got Game of Thrones got leaked. Like the first 4 episodes got leaked a couple of days before the first one was meant to come out. and I watched all 4 of them, and then I had to wait a month for episode 5.
Oh.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Serves me right for piracy.
Yeah, true. Naughty. That was your karma? Karma. Good
I will
old
say,
karma.
chicken karma. When
Chicken.
when there's a series I really love, I do tend to get it on DVD or Blu-ray. It's just I don't want to sign
Oh,
up
yeah.
for a subscription service just for one fucking show.
Well, I mean, I bought first series of Brooklyn Nine-Nine on DVD just so I could have something in the background for the reactions. Because I'm doing sitcom swap between that and Only Fools. But so far, the only things I've got police related for the background is a pair of handcuffs and the plastic gun. And then it's just a load of Only Fools, and it seems a bit uneven. And I've got Netflix, so I didn't necessarily need to buy the series. But even after 3-4 episodes, I'm enjoying it enough that I thought, all right, yeah, I'd like to have the series on DVD.
Cool.
That's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
It was a long way of getting to the whole point of liking a series, so I will buy it on DVD,
Yes.
even though I can just watch it on Netflix.
Robot Wars. This streaming service has suddenly popped out of nowhere. It's free, but it's ad supported, so it's still free. It's called Mech Plus, and they have every episode of Robot Wars on there for the first time in HD. So classic Robot Wars has never been released on home media ever.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it before, haven't we?
Yeah, the only ones that exist, well, most of the ones that exist are from like just repeats on cable channels, so they're cut up to fit in the 45 minutes, and they're not HD. So the fact that they're all available now is amazing. I spent a good long time yesterday trying to figure out if I could download them, and I couldn't figure it out. But I would love to download them all because
being cheeky and just watching them with OBS going.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'd have to do, which would require many hours, unfortunately.
Well, I was going. Can you like set them to play one after the other and then just leave it going overnight?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I need to look into it because I imagine that you must be able to.
It just means you would obviously get the ads with it.
Yeah, I'd have to check as well that it wouldn't overlay something on the screen every time a new episode started, or skip the outro or the intro or something automatically.
Yeah,
I need to check it properly because I haven't really.
They broadcast Robot Wars live as well.
Who what?
Yeah, I think it says I went on mechplus.com and it just says live, and they've got like a schedule for Robot Wars episodes.
Oh yeah, I think it might be a TV channel. I remember I saw this. I remember now. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they've got a TV guide, didn't they?
I guess they must have recently bought the rights to it then, or something.
Yeah, but it's like the only thing on there as well, which is quite funny.
Should it be Mech Plus or Robot Wars Plus?
Yeah,
but you assume they're going to be getting more mechanical based. Like you could see Scrap Heap Challenge maybe being on there.
Yeah.
Oh, headphone fell out. Sorry.
But yeah, I definitely want to try and download them all just in case this service goes under or something and we lose.
Yeah.
I'll happily pay a bit and just to get them as a download or.
Yeah, I was gonna say download all the ones you can find off of this service, and then that narrows down the amount you've got to somehow download from this service.
Yeah.
If you could say get series 3 and 4 off of another site, then you might only have to jiggle about with series 1 and 2 or something.
Yeah.
And you could just watch those if you want to go through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Robot Wars. It's great.
Robot Wars.
Brocock snores.
The Brocock snores. In the garden with the pigeon at night.
Meow. I know because they cancelled Robot Wars again when it came back.
Yeah, 'cause it came back for like 2 or 3 series, didn't it?
Yeah. But I know BattleBots is going in America still.
Ooh.
So I need to check that out. It's on Discovery. No, I've got Discovery Plus, but it's not on UK Discovery Plus. So I need to see if I can do some VPN shenanigans.
Mm.
Because I think some of the Robot Wars
Banana.
people are in BattleBots with new robots.
Oh, okay.
I need to check that out at some point. I love fighting robots, man. I haven't grown out of it. I loved it when I was growing up and it was on.
It's just a bunch of robots beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
What's not to love, really? And then I guess as you get older, you kind of understand a bit more about the behind the scenes side of it rather than just the fight.
Yeah, you get to understand the complex and nuanced plot lines.
And the competitive side over just seeing robots with names kicking shit out of each other.
Yeah.
You actually start to care about certain teams winning, maybe, and
man.
no, fair play. Yeah, no, I'll shout out to Robot Wars.
Shout out.
Outshout.
If you'd
two game show programs we've mentioned today, hosted by Craig Charles.
There was never a crossover though, was there?
No, Takeshi's Robot Wars, like
where they have to
Takeshi's
like
Wars.
They have to get through the maze, but in one of the rooms is Hypnodisc.
Robot Takeshi. Takeshi's Robots. That would work.
Takeshi's Robots, yeah. Anyway, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone. If there's something you'd like us to shout out, leave a comment or send us an email, contact@invisibleterror.net.
I shout out all this month on TS Reactions is Spider-May.
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 Okay.
No, May. May.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
May
Yeah.
with an N on the end. Because it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Yeah.
Is it a lion with a big mane made of spiders?
Yeah, Spider-Man. So, we're going to be getting 4 Spider-Man videos over the month.
Cool.
So, go check that out. TS Reaction.
Check it out.
And also I'm watching Doctor Strange tomorrow, so next week I might be able to say something about that.
Awesome. That's if you make it back into the right universe.
Oh. Well, I was about to say I'll wind up in the universe, and then I looked at my sheet and there's like 11 of them, and I was like, oh, which one do I choose?
I'd go for Pokemon or Digimon.
Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon or Digimon. I'd over the 2, I'd go. Oh. You see, might be a bit different. If you could go to that world, I'd probably pick Pokemon. Because the world of Pokemon itself is just a big thing. But if I had to pick something from that world to come to this world, I'd pick a Digimon. Yeah. Because I outright think it would be better to have a Digimon partner than a Pokemon.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Like, if you had to, you have to go to a different world permanently, Pokemon would be better.
You don't want to be in the digital world for the rest of your life.
But if Digimon was a real thing and you could like connect jump back and forth, that would be fine.
Digiport Open, yeah.
That's the one. I forgot what it was called.
If we were in Adventure 02, or that small arc of Tamers where I can't remember how they got back and forth. I remember they went to the Digiworld. I just can't remember how.
How did they get in? I can't remember. Was it the
Dragon Bird? Guilmon's, yeah. Nanny?
No. How they got in was there was a portal underneath Guilmon's like home.
Oh, was
thing.
that? Oh, there was just a portal. Okay.
I think it was.
Maybe that's
way.
why I can't remember, because it was something so simple. I was expecting something like extravaganza, like, oh, we have to open up a portal to the digital world. Let's connect up now.
I think that's how they got in. I can't quite remember.
But yeah.
Yeah. Then they got back through the red bird thing.
The red bird thing, yeah.
Which merged with the Ark, Digi-Ark. I remember
Granny?
that was still coming back.
Granny?
Granny, I think it was, because it's Norse mythology, like.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely the Pokemon world socially and as a community seems like a better place than the digital
Yeah,
world.
yeah, because it's an
But
actual world.
in terms of what creature is better, I'd prefer a Digimon to a yeah.
Yeah. If they like merged the two somehow, so like your Pokemon would be like a Digimon and would Digivolve, and could, was like sort of a sort of ultra pet, as opposed to just being an animal.
No, probably not. Still kind of prefer the Digimon, just in terms of like designs and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's fair.
And yeah, like even if I include all my favorite Pokemon in the list, Wormmon probably still beats them as my favorite.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I've just always had a synchronicity to Wormmon. I don't know. Sort of like from
it's
Adventure 02, he's been my partner monster from anime.
it's because of your long segmented body.
Yes.
You feel an affinity.
Or when I'm a rookie, I like getting pushed over by my tamer, but when I
Sub.
digivolve, I turn into a hench
Dom.
Kamen Rider. Maybe.
And on
Maybe.
that bombshell,
On that bombshell.
it's time
on
to
that
end.
bombshell.
On
It's
that
time
bombshell, it's time to up your end. So
you will need some balm to
yeah.
soothe the wounds of this podcast.
All the sort of cracks and fissures.
Yeah. The boils it leaves you out in. I've got a rash just recording it.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Go away.
Yeah.